What's so fun about this story is, outside of the Avengers films, this is really the first team up that Marvel has done outside of the Avengers. Total fan wish fulfillment to see these characters cross over and reunite or to unite. It happens so often in the comics, and it's so much a part of Marvel's DNA and comic book DNA that to get to bring it to the big screen has been a total joy.
Hello, Mary. How's it going?
Hey, good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
You too.
Thank you so much for sharing your time with us today on the Movie Podcast.
Oh my gosh, thank you. This is a dream.
No, thanks.
The dream. We get that often, so
we do.
We shouldn't be surprised.
We first off have to say we absolutely love WandaVision. It is one of our all-time favorite MCU projects. So getting to see Teyonah Parris and these storylines converge on the big screen has been quite the treat for us. How does it feel to have these stories now paying off on the big screen for you?
It's amazing. To bring all these characters together is a total dream. The idea that Monica Rambeau and Carol Danvers would one day share the big screen has long been in the works. I was fortunate enough to work on the first Captain Marvel movie, and it was a definite decision to make her a child and the age that she was because that story took place in a past timeline. And we knew that we wanted them to star together in the present storyline. They have such a rich history together in the comics. It's a relationship that's very near and dear to each other. And so it's great in this story that we get to explore themes of reconnection and mending estrangements that life sometimes throws in your way.
Definitely. And we just have to say before we carry on with our questions, great jacket, by the way. That's a fantastic jacket.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've had it since high school. It's my Buffy jacket.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's
choice.
great.
Good choice.
Thank you.
That's very, very good.
We love that the Marvels also feels very much like a team-up issue of a comic.
Yes.
How does it set up what's coming later in the MCU while still progressing the stories of Carol, Monica, and Kamala?
Well, you're right. What's so fun about this story is, outside of the Avengers films, this is really the first team up that Marvel has done outside of the Avengers. Total fan wish fulfillment to see these characters cross over and reunite or to unite. It happens so often in the comics, and it's so much a part of Marvel's DNA and comic book DNA that to get to bring it to the big screen has been a total joy.
And speaking of, teams, Kamala Khan is technically the first, MCU mutant that we're getting on the big screen. Are there any other characters, maybe some who traditionally wear yellow, that you'd love to see Kamala Khan hanging out with eventually?
Well, the idea of the X-Men are certainly exciting, but that's all I can say about that.
It's very true. Very, very exciting.
We're going to keep humming the X-Men theme song.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
What do you want Easter egg loving MCU fans to kind of look out for when they watch the film this week?
Oh, man. We pulled so much inspiration from the comics. I think fans of the comics will be able to spot those elements. Of course, we were inspired by Kelly Sue DeConnick's runs of Captain Marvel in 2012 and 2014. She's wonderful. She's a creative consultant with us, who I was lucky enough to work with on the first movie, and we worked with on this movie. Her storylines for Carol are incredible. She gave us the Fleur Kittens. She brought Goose to fame. And so I think if you love comics, you'll find plentiful Easter eggs in this film that you can enjoy. And if you're less familiar with the comics, you can still love the movie because it's fast-paced, it's a blast, and it totally cooks.
Now, one of the things that we also really love is that, the MCU really has been embracing the more musical side of things. Mm-hmm. Curious for you, what was it like to kind of get that whole musical sequence on together? Did anyone have any two left feet kind of situation going on?
Everyone involved in the musical sequence is exceptionally talented with great moves. There's a ton of time and practice poured into these moments. Brie has an amazing voice, as we know.
Oh, yeah.
Park Seo-joon came in and totally crushed it. They have a beautiful number together, and I'm very thrilled for people to see it. It was a blast.
Amazing.
We love that. We hope we get to see more musicals in the future of the MCU as well, too. But Mary, thank you so much for your time. We're so excited to watch the rest of the film, and can't wait to see what you guys work on next. So thank you so much for your time again.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, guys.